You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, I got to be honest. There's one person in the National Football League right now that moves the needle, and he's a third-string quarterback. Shedeur Sanders. Oh, in light of the comments he just made, I made a video on it yesterday afternoon where he was talking about other quarterbacks around the league compared to him. Now, I ain't going to lie to you. After seeing Kyler Murray last night, I'm like, if I'm Arizona, I'd flip a fifth over there and see what you got. I don't think I'm not a Kyler Murray guy, never have been. So, and I don't love his size. That said, honestly, Dillon Gabriel, they're the same size, and I would feel better about Dillon Gabriel right now than I would Kyler Murray. I mean, Kyler Murray just has real problems. I don't know. Haven't we run our course with Kyler Murray now? Or are we still trying to convince ourselves? Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, Shedeur Sanders says he feels better. He can play better than other starting quarterbacks. I did this video yesterday afternoon. If you see the quarterback play in the league right now, I know I am capable of doing better than that. Well, that leads us to Mary Kay Cabot, and here's the problem, folks. Do you think other teams in the National Football League see this and they're like, yeah, that's what I want to have to deal with if I have a backup quarterback. I want my coach to have to answer questions for things that my backup quarterback is saying. I keep telling folks, unfortunately, Sanders and Sanders fans right now are hurting Sanders more than anybody else because you want somebody that is, as a backup quarterback, that's got a clipboard in his hand and is running the scout team and is to be seen but not heard. And that's just being real. Well, that's racism. Is it? Because they did the exact same thing to Tim Tebow. The exact same mother effing thing. Tebow drew all the media, all the crowds, and all the questions. And people were like, I'd like to have him on the roster, but I don't want to hear about him. I want him to be able to come in and just be on the practice squad, blah, blah, blah. And it was like too much. Too much. Didn't want to hear about it. You don't want to hear from your backup quarterback. So, Mary Kay Cabot, everybody, Cleveland.com, she asked Kevin Stefanski on if Shedeur Sanders was ready to play.
I feel like they're ready, Mary Kay, and they're working very hard at it. We do a lot of work with our players, rookies, vets, all our guys, spending every available minute that we have with them, getting them ready physically, mentally, whether it's in the weight room, the meeting room, out on the field. So all our guys are working very hard. All of our guys feel like they're ready.
Okay, and he did what coaches are going to do, right? He's going to answer it on a team level. Just all there is to it. I'm working with everybody. This guy sums it up right here. Coaches love fielding weekly questions about their third-string quarterback. No, they don't. At all. They don't. They do not. I swear, this is... So the rest of the Cleveland media would also crash out. All right, Tony Grossi was on ESPN Cleveland today with Rizzo. Listen to this conversation.
Did it bother you, what he said?
I love quotes. We're in the quote business, so it didn't bother me. But the first thing I thought of was, I can't unsee the Rams game and Shedeur on the field. Why do you think you're ready to play now when you couldn't play?
I can't unsee the Panthers game. Isn't that something? I can't unsee it. Balls in tight windows. Yeah.
But my point is, you're supposed to get better every time you go on the field.
You and I disagree on that game.
Okay, so there's that. And then that leaves Rizzo to say the following.
He said, I'm ready to play now, and sure, I think I can play. Did you see some of the quarterback play in the league so far this year? Now, a lot of people had a problem with that. Shedeur is finally frustrated. Do you think Shedeur did this to get his ass out of Cleveland?
No, but you do?
Chris, I kind of think there's something to it. I think he wanted to let people know, hey, I still think I can play. I still think, Chris, this is the first time this kid has ever sat the bench in his life.
You could say that about almost every guy in the NFL sitting on the bench right now.
Chris, not Shedeur Sanders. It's different because he's a star. Now, is he a star because of his football play in the NFL? No, he hasn't had a chance yet. Chris, all I think this is they want him to go somewhere where he can compete.
They being Shedeur, Deion, and his team.
Sure.
Okay, and what we heard from Deion the other day is Deion says he knows Shedeur's going to get a chance to play this year. Now, why he thinks that, what he knows, I don't know. I think all three of them are going to get a chance. Joe Flacco's playing now, then I think it'll be Dillon Gabriel, and then it'll be Shedeur Sanders. Now, the problem for Sanders is simple. If Dillon Gabriel is competent, Sanders may not see the field this year. And what are you supposed to do? Dillon Gabriel goes out there and let's say he completes 65% of his passes. And in 5 games, he, I don't know, throws 8 touchdowns and 5 picks. Well, that's probably good enough to keep playing. You going to pull him then? That's going to be the issue. Do I think Shedeur was frustrated and trying to get himself traded? No, I don't. I don't. So here we go. More.
Are you still thinking Shedeur plays this year?
I don't. In fact, I could see. I don't know. When is the trade deadline? You know what? Browns see Shedeur as an asset. Maybe it's time they cash in on the asset. Maybe they get their 5th round draft pick or their 4th round.
You think someone would trade a 5th?
Yeah, I do. For a quarterback, yeah.
Yeah.
Kid that was rated at the top of his draft class but fell for whatever reason. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not so sure about that. Why am I not so sure about it? Simple. Well, you just found out he turned down the Ravens and the Eagles. Now, you may be thinking, well, what does that mean for other teams? Look, the things that happen around this league piss other teams off. It just does. All right? So you didn't want to go to these other 2 franchises. I just listened to you pop your mouth off the other day in Cleveland. I mean, at this point, if another team takes him, what is it going to be? A favor to Deion? Now, I will say this, don't get me wrong. Could I see the Cowboys doing it? Yeah. In fact, I'd say this. If the Cowboys hadn't traded for Joe Milton, they might have drafted him or whatever. They might have taken him. Or they might trade for him because of Deion. Because they all still have that relationship. Jerry and Deion, and there's no way in hell that Jerry doesn't have some kind of a relationship with Shedeur in some way. If I'm Arizona, do I look at him after Kyler Murray's performance last night? Hell yeah. I mean, yeah, I do. But then again, I'd look at other guys too. Like wherever in the hell Jarrett Stidham is right now. I'd look real hard at him. I'd look at there's other backups in the league that are sort of borderline starter guys. I think Kyler Murray's terrible. I mean, it's pretty scary when I'd be like, should we trade for Russell Wilson? I mean, I'd probably come closer to trading for Jameis Winston. It's interesting. I don't know. You can tell Shedeur gets the media worked up. The soundbite is out there. I think he was frustrated and trying to get himself traded. No, I actually don't think that. I don't think that. I think Shedeur was, bless the kid's heart, I think he was literally just telling people how he felt. And I think he talks a lot and doesn't think about the repercussion of what is being said. Look, what you say is going to blow up now on social media. And I don't think it was his intention to. I think he feels like, hey, I'm watching 32 teams and 5 of them got quarterbacks that suck. Okay. I mean, he basically said that out loud. I think I can play better than them. You know, there may be several backups out of the league that are in the league that think they're better than the starter. But the difference is they're not saying anything out loud. Teams care about that. At some point, Shedeur Sanders is going to get a shot from somebody, I think. I still think it's Cleveland. I do. And that's because of Jimmy Haslam. I think he's going to pressure Stefanski into putting Shedeur into the lineup. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.